Yeah, today we will discuss the structure of molecules based on hybridization concept. First, we will look at hybridization and then structure of molecule. And that means shape of the molecule. When we have sp hybridization, that means it involves one s orbital and one p orbital. It involves one s orbital and one p orbital. When we have sp hybridization, the molecular structure is linear structure, linear shape. If one s orbital and two p orbitals are involved in hybridization, then we say it is sp2 hybridization.
അതിലെ
When we have sp2 hybridization, the shape of the molecule is trigonal planar. Shape of the molecule is trigonal planar. When one s orbital and three p orbitals are involved in hybridization, we say it is sp3 hybridization. When sp3 hybridization is there, the shape of the molecule is tetrahedral. Shape of the molecule is tetrahedral. When we have one s orbital, three p orbitals, and one d orbital, it is dsp3 hybridization. Uh, we can also have sp3d hybridization or dsp3 hybridization. But there are differences. Okay. sp3d hybridization is square pyramidal shape. sp3d hybridization is square pyramidal shape, whereas dsp3 is trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal shape. sp3d is square pyramidal, whereas dsp3 is trigonal bipyramidal. We also have dsp2, it is square planar. dsp2, it is square planar. We also have sp3d2 or d2 sp3, both are octahedral shape. Both are having octahedral shape. Now we will look at the shape of the molecules. What is linear shape? Linear means it will be like this. Now the bond angle is 180 degrees. If you have one more atom, then the bond angle is 180 degrees. Trigonal planar is like this. Central atom and the three atoms. When we draw an outer line, see the dotted lines are just drawn to show the final structure, final shape of the molecule. These are not the bonds. Okay, what are the bonds? These solid lines drawn represent the chemical bond, but not the dotted lines. Dotted lines are just drawn to show you the overall shape of the molecule. Now look at the dotted lines. When you look at these dotted lines, this molecule looks like a triangle. Looks like a triangle. So it is named as trigonal planar shape. Now look at this bond angle. This bond angle is 120 degrees. Overall 360. We have three partitions. So 360 by 3, it is 120. Now look at the tetrahedral shape. Tetrahedral means one bond is nearer to you, one bond is away from the observer. So this is the tetrahedral molecule. Now look at the overall shape, and the bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. Tetrahedral shape. I feel it is not clear. I'll try to represent it here again. Central atom, it is bonded to 4 atoms. Central atom, each point represents an atom. So central atom is bonded to 4 atoms. Now look at this structure. This is the overall shape of the molecule. Okay, without dotted lines it is perfect. So the tetrahedral bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. Now square pyramidal. What is square? Yeah, first we will look at square planar. Square planar. Square planar means the central atom is bonded to 4 different atoms. Now look at the overall shape. Just draw an outer line and look at the shape. It looks like a square. When we look at the outer shape, it looks like a square. So it is named as square planar. Now overall 360, it is made into 4 parts. So the bond angle in each part is 90 degrees. 90 degrees. What is square pyramid? Square pyramid is nothing but I'll try to represent them here. So this is square, and we will have one more bond on the top of the square. Square is planar, we will have one more bond. So when we draw an outer line like this, and here also we will see a square pyramid. The shortcut is square pyramid. Now what is trigonal bipyramid? We know trigonal, right? So this is trigonal planar shape. This is trigonal planar shape. When we have a bond on top of the plane, a bond below the plane, this is called trigonal planar. This is called trigonal planar. Sorry, trigonal bipyramid. Bipyramid. Trigonal bipyramid. So pyramid means if we have one bond on the top of the plane or bottom of the plane, it gives pyramid. If you have 2 bonds, one on the above the plane, one in the below the plane, then we will get bipyramid. So square pyramid means there is one bond on the top of the plane. Bipyramid, trigonal bipyramid means there are 2 bonds, one above the plane and another one below the plane. Now, look at the octahedral shape. What is octahedral shape? Octahedral shape means it is a square. It is a square shape. That means central element is bonded to 4 other atoms. Then we have one bond above the plane, another bond below the plane. We have one bond above the plane, another bond below the plane. This is the shape of octahedral. Octahedral. In octahedral, the bond angle is 90 degrees. In all directions, it is 90 degrees. In square pyramid is again the bond angle is 90 degrees. Between the bonds in the plane or between the bonds in the plane and out of the plane, it is 90 degrees. In the trigonal bipyramid, we have 2 different bond angles. The bond angle in the plane is 120 degrees. Bond angle between the planar bonds and out of the plane bond, it is 90 degrees. Out of the plane, it is 90 degrees. In the plane, it is 120 degrees. So in octahedral, and the square pyramid we have same bond angle 90 degrees, but in trigonal bipyramid we have two different bond angles. In the plane we have 120 degrees, out of plane we have 90 degrees. So in order to explain the structure of nickel tetracarbonyl by hybridization concept, in hybridization concept we use valency orbitals in a central atom as well as surrounding atoms. Here we can consider nickel as a central atom and CO, carbon monoxide, as the atoms which involve in bonding. Now in NiCO4, atomic number of nickel 28, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d8. Now the valency orbitals are 4s and 3d. These are the valency orbitals. So in hybridization concept we use valency orbitals. Nickel in nickel valency electronic configuration we have 2 electrons in 4s, and we also have 8 electrons in 3d, 6, 7, 8. Now if we want to form bonds with carbon monoxide, there are 4 carbon monoxides. That means it requires 4 empty orbitals. Here carbon monoxide will give carbon monoxide will give 2 electrons. Carbon monoxide will give 2 electrons to nickel metal, and it involves in bonding with nickel. So 4 carbon monoxide molecules are there, so they require 4 electrons, 4 empty orbitals, because they are giving 2 electrons. So in order to get 4 empty orbitals, what will happen in presence of CO? In presence of CO, what will happen? The nickel molecule changes its electronic configuration as what will happen? It forces these 2 electrons in 4s orbital to go and occupy 3d orbital. So 3d orbital is already having 8 electrons. When we take 2 electrons from 4s orbital also, it becomes 3d10. Now 4s orbital is empty. There are 4 carbon monoxide molecules, so we need 4 such empty orbitals. 4s is only one empty orbital, so what we need to have is we need to have 3 more orbitals. What is the orbital after 4s? After 4s, electrons will enter into 4p. So there are three empty orbitals in p because electrons are filled up to 3d only. These are empty. Now we need four empty orbitals to form four bonds. So we have four empty orbitals here, 4s, 4p. So these 4s and 4p orbitals, they will undergo sp3 hybridization. They will undergo sp3 hybridization. Therefore, we can write nickel in NiCO4 complex electronic configuration. It is 3d orbital. We don't rewrite the sp3 hybrid orbitals, but what we will do, we will name them as sp3 hybrid orbitals. We don't change them, but we write them as sp3 hybrid orbitals. Now the four CO molecules will give four pairs of electrons. For differentiation, I am representing small x for the electrons donated from carbon monoxide. Electrons donated from carbon monoxide. Since there are four carbon monoxide molecules, they will donate four pairs of electrons. They will occupy these sp3 hybrid orbitals. Because of the sp3 hybridization, structure is, shape is tetrahedral. Bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. So this is how we need to explain the shape of nickel tetracarbonyl using hybridization concept.